a lot of people already know what I do, but maybe not everyone. I haven't updated everybody, but I'm a weaver first and foremost, and I started out, you know, doing straight two-dimensional weaving, and gradually decided I wanted to be a textile designer, so I went to school for textile design and learned how to make upholstery, like this kind of thing actually, which is highly technical, and got laid off, and then moved out here and started, I went to SCAD, which Morgan knows all about, and for an MFA, and got introduced to all kinds of different types of fibers and structures, and so I learned about a yarn that has a stainless steel core, and so I've been working with that in the last few years. I had a time where I was also doing working with a traditional weave structure that and using natural dyes, and I did that for a while, but I'm not doing that anymore. So this is my latest piece, and Alicia just was like, well, just bring your latest work and I'll send it around. I have been interested in, from a conceptual framework, I've been interested in working with skin and fabric as skin, since I'm a fabric, you know, that's my genre. The idea of protection and how we is how we interface with the world, and you know, the energy that's out there and the energy that's within, and how that exchanges. And so I've thought about skins a lot, I've thought about hearts and energy happening, circulation, but also more metaphysical kind of concepts. And so I keep coming back to hearts and circulation and generation of, I guess transfusion in a way, interactions. Well, anyway, so that's what I keep seeming to weave hearts and things that remind you of that. So I've got some I do also do drawing, and I've been doing, this is an old drawing that I did. So I don't have a lot of color in these, but I like to put color, quite a bit of color into my drawings. So I don't know, I just pulled a couple of things off the wall that I've been working on. And here's a photograph. I've done photographs of my weaving. So this is really just a
is that the one from the
random sample of some.
Is that the one from Flo? The photograph?
That one was not in Flow, no. But I can pass this around so people can see, have an idea. It has a hanging string off of it, but it really won't, you can't really hurt it.
Okay.
Can it hurt you though?
You've asked that, and that was an interesting idea.
This is on Facebook yesterday. I'm like, what in the world?
It is. It's like, so Alicia was like, there was this artist that she knew about that worked with cogs, you said? Like metal cogs?
Yeah, like these giant 10, 20-foot sculptures, and they all look like sharp blades and cogs and wheels sort of put together in an odd way.
And that part of her interest in working with that was because it was slightly dangerous.
Yeah.
Like there was an adrenaline rush
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Right. And so then I started thinking, I'm weaving, you know, my point of departure with weaving this is skin, and yet if you get one of these little things in your finger, it is like a little metal splinter in your finger. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. It's kind of not, you wouldn't want a skin made out of that.
That's nice.
But I really like the
translucence.
the way it carries
Put that
light.
on a loom and make that on a loom?
So I weave, right, so sorry about being abstract and not talking about the process. Yes, I weave a flat, it looks like screen. I just weave, plain weave, you know, over, under, over, like pot holder.
But it's not, no, it's
But
not like that.
it has, that is actually, after, the yarn itself can have, all of the yarns I use have stainless steel core, but they can be covered with anything from linen to silk to cotton to wool. And the cellulose, so any of the plant-based yarns, I can use a chemical on them and burn off the cellulose and just leave the stainless steel. And that's, so using a yarn that has a cover of some sort allows it to actually be woven and not fall apart, because otherwise the stainless
Did
steel
you
is
use
just.
hemp?
Yeah, the steel too fine, but
Did you use hemp too?
Don't think there's a yarn that,
Chanvre? Because you know,
I'm buying it, I'm not making it, I'm not spinning it, so.
because the monk in Middle Age, the monk costume was made out of hemp.
Hemp.
Because it's,
it's a long
for a
table.
particular reason, oh, okay.
It's grass, I mean, it's like, it's just, for rope.
For rope, yeah.
For rope,
And
but
so it's a
so
long
chanvre,
table.
so chanvre is a cloth and it's kind of rough. And that's.
What's it called?
Chanvre, chanvre. In France, it will be chanvre. Chafvre, chanvre. And that's hemp cloth.
Okay.
Well,
And
here's
so
a
they had the
premise for
hood,
your
you know,
first thriller.
they got the hood,
Uh-huh.
the monk,
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of rough. It's a lot more rough than the linen. Linen is soft in comparison. It's a lot more raw. And so it's part of their acidity.
Can't be comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
And they may
this is,
also smoked it, you know, I mean, I don't know, because they were making
Oh.
the cloth.
so I take
They
a
need
piece
the
about this
cloth
big
for
and then I
weaving
can
the
fold, I can
clothes,
form it, that's the thing, it has this
Immediately.
memory to it,
Yeah,
which is so much fun.
Yeah.
So
So
this
that's,
started off being straight woven.
Right, and then I-
Added in the texture and the.
then I took off, I burned off with a chemical, I just painted it and heated it and washed it, and that took off the, I think it was cotton outside, and I was just had this piece left, and I just started folding it, and then I cut a hole into it and started working in the what I think of as the circulatory,
The red, huh?
venal and arterial blood, yeah, the.
So you added that after you put the chemicals on it?
Right,
Right, that's
Right.
what holds it in that shape now.
Have you
Right.
ever done like, I know
and I have a series of pieces like this is just kind of the latest one.
Nice.
And I put them, I have them on I mount them and have them in an acrylic case and that kind of thing.
And I like
So
the
it lets
transparency.
light and, right. So it has the
That
light.
would hold a good dress shape,
That's true,
you know, one of the,
like a petticoat or whatever those things were called.
yeah.
Crinoline.
And those are coming back.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, you know, the older way,
Yeah,
that's what I
vintage.
think.
That may be what that
dress
metal
is.
core
You
that
know?
metal core fiber may sort of be for, because it has a memory.
Right, knitters use it a lot. But I don't think frankly, I don't think I would want to wear this.
I've seen
Wait,
it
wait,
added.
That's what petticoats are for.
Well, so
Maybe
my
on your
grandma's
skin.
knitting, and I've seen it added into like couture garments where it's like
Okay,
it'll
yeah,
be like picked up along the inside of the
Yep.
hem or something, and then it'll be like this formable thing that will come up around the head, or it will
You're
come
right.
out at the bottom
Yeah.
of the shirt, but you
Yeah.
can pull it and stretch it into a different shape that the cloth doesn't hold.
right.
Runway
I
stuff.
don't know how you
Yeah,
find this
yeah.
stuff.
Right, right.
Exactly.
It's super fun to work with, I
Or
have to say. And
maybe
so, this is,
Oscar.
a lot of pieces I've done, I haven't burned off the whole outside, like I haven't, some of it looks more like a cocoon or, skin, because there's, it's less, sheer. There's areas that are less sheer. And, this piece I actually worked with for a photography series before I formed it into that.
So on this one, you burn everything.
On this one, I burned off everything. Like on this one, the warp, right, so that everything that's going in this direction, none of it would burn off because it was silk or wool or something. So it's just, I burned off the weft, which was going horizontally, but vertically none of it burned off because that's not a cellulose fiber, so it just left this. So there is stainless steel going through the weft,
Okay.
very fine, which you can't see, but it holds it together. That's
That's what
pretty
I was
fun.
gonna ask, if you
Yeah.
had combined
Yeah,
the cellulose with with the animal fiber
yeah,
to leave one behind.
yeah. And then you start realizing, okay, it's gonna look like this if I use this combination, that's the textile design portion of it. It's like you have to kind of think ahead about what it's gonna do before you,
And so you burn with chemical?
right, I use,
Is that what it is? Yeah.
It is, it's a combination of a pool, swimming pool, salt, some sort of salt.
Ah, okay.
I cannot remember the other chemical. Yeah. And then you paint it on there, stinks. And
You
then
paint it on, okay.
You can, and that's the other thing, you can do designs. I mean, it's a burn out, I don't know, Deveray, maybe you've heard about that. You can do that with velvet, and that's used in the fashion industry. So you
velvet.
can do,
Something like that combined with velvet, I mean, you know, like on a dress or something would be beautiful.
right. You'll see
Yeah.
scarves like that, that
Yeah.
have a design in them that are, where it's cut out.
I see hats.
Right,
Hats with really good.
right, I know.
Yeah,
And I think
yes, sir, right.
jewelers,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you could see that, right?
You should get them ready for the next derby. I mean, you'd go
Sell
hot
out.
crazy.
Let's try on equestrian when they
Ooh,
play polo
yeah,
down
the
there.
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd get
Wow.
a good price there. You'd have a unique hat. And it's hard, I mean, with all they have, it's like crazy, isn't
That's
it?
true, that's true. So yeah, so that's what I've been up to,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, here's the premise for your first thriller.
What,
You get a contract from the Department of Defense to use this stainless steel core weaving
right?
for like body armor that's
Yeah,
attractive. And because of your peaceful ways, you withdraw from that work. And then that pisses somebody off.
Right.
And so your little production line or whatever
Right.
gets hit by assassins.
love it.
Everyone is
I love
wiped
it.
out except for one person who's wearing the stuff, right? And they just leave that person for dead, but it stops the bullets, and so that person then goes and hunts down the bad guy.
There we
Netflix.
go.
I'm dying
It's
for
sort
this.
of like above the law meets 3 Days of the Condor.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good.
Jim, is that your next short story?
No.
It should
I
be.
think you got a subject there.
I
It's
know, that's
but I think
good.
it's fascinating to think of stainless steel
by a thread.
core.
Oh, there we go.
Someone said you can title it by a thread.
Oh,
my gosh!
Oh, we're good now.
The
I
film
see the
rights
movie rights
alone.
already.
Oh man, that's true. That's one thing fiber arts needs seriously is a sense of humor. So that's great.
And espionage.
That's good. That's true.
Okay.
That's great.
So there is really a line here. There is a whole cooking there. It's great.
That's good.
Yeah, with, you know, you and the six.
Oh,
you're
Project
still
is
like
turning
there
into a
is-
short story.
Yes, you got a whole,
We
you know,
do.
I
We
mean,
can collaborate.
yes, this is hot.
And I
And it all started Azule.
That's right.
hit a trifecta
This
once.
is very hot.
I'll wear it.
Very cool.